Alright guys, welcome to another episode of ARWP, the All Real Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Eric Novak, and today we have a special guest all the way from Australia. I present to you, Zach Hyde. Welcome guys to the ARWP Podcast, the All Real Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Eric Novak, and today we have a special guest, the natural, Zach Reynolds.
How you doing, guys?
We're doing great. How are you?
Oh, man. Early morning, bit cold in Brisbane, but yeah, it's not too bad, man.
Yeah, this is my first Australian call. I like this. You're the first Australian. So if this becomes huge, you'll be the first Australian we ever got. Man, people are going to be jealous.
Tick it off the bucket this month.
People are going to be jealous. All right. Let's go with the first question. What made you become a wrestler? What path did you take? What enlightened you to do this? And what was your first match like?
Oh, man, it was real. There's a weird way of going about it. You know, a lot of people say, they got into a school, they did this, they did that. Mine was weird. We had like a local show. I don't know what you guys have in America, like a fair almost as to what you guys would have.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who was running AWA at the time, Jesse Daniels, he had his ring set up. They were doing a few shows. And I was there just helping my school because my school was running like a little pet and farm, had some chickens, all that sort of stuff. I was just helping the school out. The ring was like from me, it was pretty close. So I saw that ring, and apparently I thought I was just looking at that ring for about, a minute. I go back to where the school was, like, where you've been? You've been gone for half an hour. I'm like, What? So I think that was my first, I clued on to this is, here it didn't seem like as much as a possibility. Everyone was like, oh, I'll be a rugby NRL player. I'll be, some sporting figure. You never thought you could be a wrestler. So that was cool. And then he's like, general promoter, oh, yeah, come to the next show. It's only up the road. So I'm like, yeah, all right. So I went to the show, messaged him a whole heap while at school and I should have been studying. And then eventually started training with him. Then my first show was sort of a local show. Mm-hmm. And it was just a big 8-man tag, luchadors versus non-luchadors. And I was a dolphin at the time, so I was luchador.
All right. I feel like everyone that wrestles young starts to become a luchador. Like, that's to hide your age and all that. So that's pretty cool. How long have you been wrestling exactly? How many years has it been?
It's 5 years this year.
5 years. All right. So tell me, what was the smallest crowd you've ever worked? What was like the smallest amount of people in a show? Because that could be anything. And tell me what the largest crowd was that you wrestled for.
Oh, smallest was, man, I'd have to say there's 10 people or less. Funny part about that was a show where there was Christopher Daniels, Suicide, there was a whole bunch of internationals there and only 10 people rocked up.
What? And there was only 10 people?
Because the promoter was charging $50 and it was, yeah.
Damn. I would have won.
So I worked that show in a fatal 4-way and then Christopher Daniels, Suicide were there. Shima, there was a whole bunch of different guys. It was huge. It was a huge tour. And yeah, only like 10 people went. And my biggest was a wrestling go show, the guys in Sydney. And I think they pulled like 450. So that's probably the biggest I've wrestled in front of them. Closest to that was probably like 430s in Brisbane. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever traveled anywhere out of Australia for a show?
Sorry?
Have you traveled out of Australia from a show?
Not for wrestling, no.
Not for wrestling. All right. Well,
I was looking to fly to flatbacks this year, but obviously coronavirus hit. That sort of ruined those plans.
Everyone's so many plans. You have no idea. Almost everyone's plans got ruined. All right. So, while you were wearing a mask at a young age, what made you not want to keep that up? Keep up the lucha culture?
Oh, man, I was enjoying it. It was just like a bit of a... Booking went weird because I was tagging with a guy called Combat Wombat. We were doing well. We had tag titles in our sights. We were doing really well. And then he wanted this switch, and because I was his trainee, he wanted me to help him with joining his group that he was doing. Because I said I was going to venture to a different promotion and do my unmasked character. And his brain went spinning, so it wasn't like I chose to take the mask off. It was just just how it happened, really.
All right. I got it. It's an unfortunate, circumstance. Because who knows what
Yeah.
path could have took you as a luchador.
Yeah.
Because is there a lot of luchadors in Australia, like in wrestling?
I'll say there's not a whole heap. There's a few, but there's not a whole heap.
All right. So since you've been wrestling for 5 years, you definitely had to have a moment. So tell me one moment in wrestling where time stood still. One moment that you'll remember for the rest of your life because of the time in the day and what happened. It could be an outside interference. It could be in the ring.
Oh, that's a good question. Man, I would have to say it was that fatal four-way, and hearing Robbie Eagles' music play, my head just went. Like, I knew it was happening, but it's just that moment stood in time, just hearing that music play and standing across from Robbie, because as you've seen, you've watched that match, I do a lot of trade-offs with Robbie, and just in that moment, man, I'm not gassed, I'm nothing, I'm just loving it, loving every second of it.
I'm gonna put up
Because
photos.
he's someone that I put on a real big pedestal, because he's one of the best, and whether it's four-way, whatever, man, every guy in that match was amazing, but to be in that match with Robbie is a big deal for me.
Bucket list. All right. So tell me a couple inspirations in wrestling that made your character what you are now. Some inspirations could be outside the ring, independent scene, or even major, WWE or AEW, anything like that.
Yeah. I take a lot from TJP. It's a big one. TJP, Buddy Murphy's another one. I like that sort of style. He's got that hybrid style as well, and I try and wrestle that hybrid style as well. So those two are probably two big ones. And, you take bits and pieces from everyone who you get trained by, taking bits and pieces from Robbie, Caleb Conley, Mr. Anderson, you take bits and pieces from everyone that you get trained by.
You fought Caleb Conley?
Yeah, so...
You never sent me that match.
Hey?
You never sent me that match.
No, it was just he trained me.
Okay, I was about to say.
That 10-person show, he trained me, so... Mr. Anderson...
Okay.
Had a whole bunch of people come train me.
I was about to say, why didn't you send me that match? I would love
man, I wish I had that match. I'd have been a good match.
All right. So throughout 5 years, you definitely had a lot of experience. You definitely have a good idea of where wrestling is at the moment. What are a couple future goals you have in mind? If it's getting a tag team titles or singles titles, or if it's even signing with a company that you believe that you can shine bright in, what would it be?
I think everyone's goal is they want to head to America and do something there. That's obviously the main goal. That's why I was so committed to going to Flatback, especially in Orlando. You can go and, make a few connections while you're there. Like, obviously, I know a lot of the guys that are over, like, I was about to say shoot name. Bronson Reed, you got Indy, you got all these guys that, I've met each times that, all friendly with. And, there's a big crew of just Australians that are in there at the moment. So it's not an easy way in, but it's like, it's a lot easier than what it used to be back when there was no Australians. You had like the Iconics and Buddy who really, stepped up the game for us Australians, and then everyone else has followed in their footsteps, and it's pretty cool. So goals, obviously America, do something there with AEW, WWE, I don't really care, man. Just to be able to say that I've gone there, wrestled there, that's a big deal for me.
Do you believe Australian wrestling is getting overlooked? Because I feel like there's not enough Australian symbols or idols out here in America. Like, other than the Iconics or Buddy Murphy, it's like you have very little, pride in there, I feel like it's overlooked in my opinion, Australian wrestling. Is it overlooked in your opinion?
Oh, mate, massively, honestly. There's guys who should be in WWE, like, who should be in New Japan, who should be in all these things, but we weren't getting noticed. And then one day Mick Moretti made a, you're going to notice us. And that's when Will Ospreay came over and wrestled Robbie Eagles. Then it all started snowballing from there. Queensland wrestling is obviously a lot more hidden, per se. Like, you see the guys from Perth, like in Mikey Nichols, you see Adelaide. Queensland's really not as noticed as what it should be, because we've got a lot of great talent up here.
Mm-hmm.
And, Sydney's getting a lot of the focus. It'd be awesome to see Queensland getting some of the focus, because there's guys up here, man, who they can go up the best of the best and they don't get the chance.
All right. Well, let's hope that, and then after this quarantine, Australian wrestling will get back to, where they were, and maybe even more for them to be noticed. I notice all types of wrestling as I'm an independent fan, but I do agree with you that it's heavily overlooked by companies. Speaking of companies, what's the company that you would like to go to first, if that is available? I don't want. I'm taking out WWE and AEW. Those are the two that I'm taking out for you currently, because those are like the major platforms. Talking about like training or trial. Will be the New Japan Dojo. Will be an Impact taping. ROH, MLW, NWA. What would you? What do you watch? What do you want? What's the, you know, vision for you? Like, what's the vision board telling you?
If I'm coming from that way, man, I'm gonna go to MLW or ROH. There's a lot of guys who should have been debuting ROH, but thanks to the coronavirus, that didn't really happen because you would have had Brooksy, you already had Slex debut and Kellyanne, so they're all from Melbourne. So that's obviously pretty big. And then I know Brooksy's been at MLW. Man, those are the two for me. Like, if I'm gonna go from there and move up, those are the two because those promotions look freaking sick.
Who are a couple guys you want to face in both companies?
Sorry?
Who are a couple of guys or gals you want to face in both companies?
Oh man, see Marty Scurll. That's a big one. Yeah, look at guys like him, man. It's huge. And obviously TJP was wrestling MLW. Not 100% sure if he still is, but man,
Yeah,
just meeting
there's not
TJ
a
was a big thing.
it's not a official contract yet.
Uh, so, man, is this any guy who I'm able to get in the ring with? That's something that, that's a checklist for me, man.
All right. Tell me one match, and not counting the Robbie Eagles one. Just tell me one match that you believe everyone should go watch you in as a starter. Like people who don't know you, people who don't have never seen you wrestle. What is one match you want to give them? And the reason why I don't want to count the Robbie Eagles one is because I feel like I feel like it's very hard to see, you shine. I was focusing on you. I feel like a fatal four way is just so difficult for someone to look at and not go, oh, look at Robbie Eagles, so look at this. I want them to notice you. So give me like a singles one on one or a tag team match you were a part of that people can really focus on what you could do.
Man, I would say that match that I sent you with me versus B-Boy. Me and B wrestled a few times when I was under the hood. That was, I think, I'm pretty sure that was our first time since me taking off the mask. Him and I were fairly close, so I think that one really stood out. I got a lot of the stuff in. There was good psychology between us both. And yeah, we did some crazy Canadian on the outside. And yeah, no, that's probably the match. Was like, you want to see what I can really do? Me versus B-Boy.
All right. I'll put that in the link. Like when the video goes up, there'll be in the link so everyone can check it out. Let's talk about merchandise. I feel like right now, and I hate doing this because during the quarantine, it's like we're really stuck and it's not a good idea. But I do feel like one reason why I love independent scene is because they are free to do whatever they want. Merchandise especially. You can have figures, plushes, this, that. And that's what makes you a lovable independent wrestler. People can buy your merch. That's support too, but it also gives people a different side of wrestling. So when it comes to merch, what do we have coming from you? Do you have any ideas?
Oh man, eventually I'll get some shirts going. My partner does a lot of my designs and stuff, so I'll probably be getting some shirts coming pretty soon. And then I wear like these arm sleeves, so I thought about maybe getting some rough versions of those done up and selling some of those eventually.
All right. Let's talk more about gear. I love gear, and your gear is really cool. I love the whole purple and green or green and black. I love you mixing the colors. Tell me the idea of gear, like who designed your gear, or if it was you, or it was Elucha or whatever. Tell me like what built the inspiration for your gear.
Oh man, I've always been a blue and green guy. So the light green, dark blue. My keyboard and mouse are those colours right now. I've always been that, and obviously I was coming in as a heel, so I wanted to take it a little bit dark, so it came on the black background. The design actually came from looking at the old Mustafa Ali's gear. If you ever look at his and look at one for it, like he had the ads and stuff, but I put the ZR there instead.
Yeah.
Same on the sides and stuff. That's sort of where it came from. And then I went to a lady who's on the Gold Coast called Calamity Jane. She made my gear for me.
Awesome. It's cool that you had I want to say a base for your idea. You know, Mustafa Ali's old gear. You're talking about the old gear, not the new one that he wears. The one where he had the
Nah,
old.
the old
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I know
Where
exactly
it had
what you
the
mean.
pecs and abs one. Yeah, that
Yeah, I
one.
know exactly what you mean. So it's really cool that you had a base. Like when you become huge, you'll be like, yeah, my original gear was taken off from Mustafa Ali's perspective. It's really cool that you have a story to be like, yeah, I copied off one of the cool WWE superstar. It's really cool.
The sleeves are based off TJP, so the
Yeah.
holes and stuff that was off him.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Like I said, it's awesome that you keep taking pieces and making it into your character. That's what makes a lovable wrestler. So tell me, your strongest strength and your biggest weakness in the independent scene of wrestling.
Ooh. I'd say my style. I have a very different style to a lot of people. I'll look at, say, Buddy Murphy's Law. All right, how can I change that? How can I make that my own? And now instead of twisting them, I pop them up into a brainbuster and pull them down. I constantly trying to learn, constantly trying to adapt. I feel like that's probably my strongest thing is I'm constantly trying to adapt to what's around me. And weakness. I'd say notice, man. And plus, I am young in the game. Like, I'm 21. I've been doing it 5 years. I always look at, the older guys like, oh, why can't I be there yet? Well, it's simple. I'm still bloody young in the game. I'm only 21. So I think I'm a little bit impatient. It's probably going to be my
that's
one thing.
Perfectly going.
Yeah.
All right, no, it's perfectly going. All right, I'm a huge fan of yours. I watched a lot of your matches. I did a lot of research on you. You're definitely super talented. I definitely see big plans for you, and it's all about connections, but it's also like you gotta get your name out there. You gotta do as much. You gotta tag. You gotta do as much, and you got the voice, you got the personality. You definitely can. So I'm gonna go with our last question. This will be the final one, but it's gonna be a big one. So you gotta really think about this one, all right? It's when you do move on to become a WWE superstar, an AEW superstar, MLW, ROH, are you can do it as a tag team partner or as a face or heel? Will it be a singles competitor or a tag team partner? Will it be a face or a heel? What is your plan? What is your vision of keeping your character? Because personally,
I have to say singles heel because that's probably what I'm used to. That's how I was trained. Obviously, I do have that tag team specialist behind me. I've done a lot of tags and they've definitely worked out. Also, now I'm tagging with Blair Seeker and we're doing Fight or Die. And I had one match and obviously coronavirus took it.
I hope he's watching this. And he's like, what a bastard, and trying to do singles action.
Oh man, honestly, and then he went and had a kid on me, so we couldn't even go train. I was like, oh, how could he? But nah, he's a good dude, man. But yeah, man, like I'll do whatever the promotions obviously wanted me to do. But ideally, man, I'd be a single heel.
I like that. I was gonna say, personally, in my opinion, the heels are definitely the ones that get the most shine. When you're a face and you're so much of a face, like for example, Roman Reigns, when you're so much of a face, people will boo you because they're just sick of seeing you. Every good role has to be a heel and a face. It has to. If you're good at both, you'll make it. For example, Seth Rollins. For example, Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, all that. And then you got someone like, Braun Strowman, who didn't really have a face or heel. Like, he was a heel, but he was a henchman for the Wyatts. Now he's doing, like, this face thing people can't get with him, It's very hard when you're a face and you stay a face. People are just going to get sick of you. So it's great that you have the vision want to be a heel. I think heels are the ones that will get to be remembered and be beloved for many reasons. Like Baron Corbin, to this day, people are still booing him. And the more they boo him, the more they're doing the right thing that he wants. Is that the attention of them booing him. So yeah, man, no, I see great things. Again, you have great ideas, great plots. Where can people find you on social media? Where are you at? How do people can contact you?
Yeah, man, so just on Facebook, you just look up Zach Reynolds, Pro Wrestler. That'll be up there. Twitter and Instagram, I'm pretty sure it's both to Zach_Reynolds PW.
What a couple companies people can look up? Like type in like on YouTube this, and they'll find your matches.
Yeah, man. So if you want to go look for some of my matches, they generally only really post full shows. So you'd be looking at sorry, they just recently changed their name, so it's stuck with me. Australian Wrestling League. That's That's my main one. Or you got Venom Pro Wrestling. I'm not sure what they're doing with the future. I was hearing that they were closing their doors, but I'm not sure what they're doing. Then you got obviously Wrestling Go, who's been real kind to me in Sydney. They always have the biggest guys come over. They're always trying to improve. Like they've had Dalton Castle there. I'm pretty sure that shows up as well. So yeah, they're pretty good there.
I do have one more question because I forgot to ask. How is it right now during the quarantine? How is it with independent promotions? Are they closing up? Are they staying? Like, what's the situation right now with a lot of independent promotions by your area?
Well, so I've been talking to most of the promoters in terms of the companies that I regularly work at. They're all just banging to open, man. They just all want to open. They want to get their shows running.
They're not shut down. None of them are closing.
Sorry?
None of them are like shutting down, or none of them are closing.
I think one was shutting down, but I think that was for different reasons. But they might be coming back. They might not be.
I've just heard that due to the quarantine, so many places are closing and shutting down, like schools and shows, like Santino Bros. If you know what Santino Bros are, they're huge, and they closed up their entire thing due to the quarantine. A lot of businesses are losing their jobs. That's why.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, this whole thing's going. They're slowly starting to ease restrictions here, so like I can go back to training now. I can do all that sort of stuff. Very loose-handed still. Still, don't do anything wrong where you get fined. But I mean, they're very slowly easing. Like I can go to a Gold Coast for a holiday if I wanted to right now, and we'll be fine. So see how we go. Things are starting to open up again. I'm hoping we can maybe get shows going by September, but that's me crossing fingers and hoping for the best.
All right.
Nuts.
All right. I don't want to leave this on a grim thing, so how about you give the fans listening, people listening, a word of advice, something that they can listen to and understand. Do you have anything you want to say, like any quote that someone ever told you, and to this day it still impacts you?
Oh, man, it's something that I sort of brought into my own for my character, but it's be who you are, not who they want you to be. Then obviously with my thing, it's be natural. So be who you are, man. Be who, don't worry about bullies, don't worry about all these other things. Just be who you are, not who everyone else wants you to be.
All right, and that's a bit of natural. All right.
Exactly.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please find him, Zach, on all his devices, on all his accounts. And we'll see you guys next time.
Cheers, guys.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for listening to that. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to change the script a little bit. Every time we end the video, I go, wow, what an amazing talent. What an awesome story. But this time, I want to get specific. I want to get specific with the independent scene. People like Zach Hyde. People like wrestlers in the UK. Like wrestlers in America. Everyone could be a spotlight star. But you are the ones to find it. The future of wrestling are, they came from here to there, and now they're there because of you. The independent scene is so powerful, like bar wrestling, like many other little promotions that aren't WWE, AEW, Impact, ROH, New Japan, and you keep going. All those stars are coming out from the independent scene. Zach Hyde will be a star, I promise you that, I know that. But I just want everyone to know the independent scene is where it is at. And that is what everyone needs to understand. All the support that I get, all the people that comment, all the people that like my stuff, they always go, are you going to get James Storm? Are you going to get this guy? Are you going to get, this guy and then this guy? And I will. Trust me. I have big plans with amazing stars, especially one coming up, I want to say in a week during Fyter Fest. Yeah, that's gonna be something. I can't tell you. I want to. I want to announce it here, but nah. It'll happen. On social media. I'll announce it. But something big is gonna happen on Fyter Fest, and it is huge. Like for someone like me to get that was just luck on its own. But that is the mindset of this. That I keep grinding. I keep fighting for you guys, and all I need from you is that amount of support to like, comment, subscribe, share with everyone you know, and please keep liking my photos. Keep supporting me in every way possible, because with you guys, I am gonna get so many stars to speak out the right way. Thank you.